This is the Jocko Underground Podcast number 120. Sitting here with Echo Charles. We had a fire at Victory MMA and Fitness. Oh, by the way, our podcast studio is also in the locker room of the gym. And so we are not currently in the podcast studio. We are in my house.
Library.
We're in our little library office thing, and that's where we're recording. But we will rebuild. So there you go. Update. Let's get to some Q&A. What do we got?
First question. Greetings, Jocko and Echo. Starting off, thank you for this platform. Your podcast is an amazing outlet for wisdom, and I have found this has helped me mature greatly over the past year or so. My question pertains to how should I handle a situation of having a girlfriend with a much lower motivation and sedentary lifestyle than me. My girlfriend is an amazing person and I love her very much, but we have very different lifestyles. She tends to spend a lot more time in bed or on the couch enjoying the easy pleasures of life, while I train Jiu Jitsu and fitness very seriously. I also eat a much more strict diet than her, and all I want to do is help her find a lifestyle that will make her healthier and happier. I'm training to go into special operations in the Marines, and I feel like being around her now is making it harder to achieve those goals and easier for me to slack and fall off the path. I've tried explaining to her the countless benefits that come with my lifestyle and how much better she would feel if she also participated in some of those activities. I don't force her into doing anything, but also my suggestions sometimes are received like I'm being a jerk or just hardcore. How would you suggest I go about trying to get her into a healthier lifestyle and motivate her to follow my path without forcing it? I've tried just leading by example and showing her how much better my days are when I am on the path compared to hers spent in bed without being forceful or arrogant, but it still doesn't seem to work. I really don't want to have to leave her, but I do not want to sacrifice my goals for a life with her consisting of mediocrity. Thank you for your advice.
Well, first of all, if you want to have influence over somebody, you got to build that relationship. That means trust, listen, respect, influence, care. You got to be able to give those things in order to get them, right? So if you want to have influence over her, you have to be able to allow her to influence you. So you got to be like, oh, hey, today we're just going to sit on the couch. We're going to watch freaking Netflix. Okay, cool. I'll do that. But, before we eat dinner tonight, let's go for it. You know what I mean? You gotta go both ways. So you gotta listen to what she has to say. What does she like about these things? Build that relationship, and you should be go. Another kind of semi-positive thing here. So you can build a relationship, and hopefully she can get a little bit more engaged in the lifestyle that you live. Also, you should be looking for someone who compliments you, not someone that matches you 100%. Friends and girlfriends are not the same, and they probably shouldn't be. Like, you want to have friends that like to do what you do. Your girlfriend doesn't necessarily. I don't want a girlfriend or my wife to be like me 100% or even like 70%. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I want her to be different, complimentary. Yeah. Does that mean that, we have overlaps of training and working out? Yeah, definitely. But she's not, my wife's not in doing like heavy deadlifts. Heavy deadlifts is a bad example. If she wasn't doing heavy deadlifts, cool, but I'm saying she's not. She spends more time doing like yoga and more time doing more like, HIIT workouts, and more time doing low weight, high rep type lifting. I sometimes like to lift a little heavier than that. She liked jiu-jitsu, but then she was pregnant for a long time, and so she kind of stopped doing jiu-jitsu. But I wasn't like, oh, now we don't get along. Yeah. You know what I mean? So anyways, you want to find someone that compliments you. This doesn't mean you're looking for the opposite of you, but you don't need to have someone that matches you completely. So that's a positive thing. Like in this situation, okay, so she likes to relax a little bit. Well, guess what? You're out working hard, and maybe she's chilling a little bit, and she can get dinner ready, what have you. She can prep the evening plans when you're working, lifting, training, whatever. So it could be okay. That being said, there's a chance that you're just not aligned, because there's a difference between we're different, but we have the same goals. Mm-hmm. If you're different, but you have different goals, that can be problematic. If she's not into health and she's constantly eating trash and not working out at all, and now her physical health is going to go downhill, that's not going to be good. She doesn't like it. Here's the difference between, oh, my wife doesn't train jiu-jitsu, but she gets it, and I go train, and she's like, oh, how was training? As opposed to, my wife doesn't like jiu-jitsu. Yeah. To go, you really going to train again today? Yeah. Or whatever the thing is, right? You really going to prioritize, lifting over our dinner tonight? It's like, well, I haven't had time to lift, and I've got to lift. Mm-hmm. So if she's not even down for the cause, that could be a real problem. Here's another thing, Brown. I'm just throwing this out there. If she was the one, capital T, capital O, the one, you probably wouldn't even be asking this question right now. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Hey, am I wrong?
I cannot. I don't.
No.
Think
Do you think
wrong.
I'm wrong?
No.
Do you think I'm wrong?
No.
Like, if this chick was the one, would he be spending the time to write 4-paragraph question,
which did include the whole I really don't want to have to leave her. See what I'm saying? Like, have to. And that's actually even different than saying I don't want to leave her. Like, that's obviously like, it's not like I'm going to leave her. Obviously that's off the table. It's not that. That's different. This is I don't want to have to, meaning, hey, I might have to leave her, kind of a thing. But it's different. I think you are correct, actually.
So you're asking this question, which is kind of weird. It's kind of, it's an indicator. Look, is it the indicator? No, it's an indicator. It's a flag. It's a red flag. It doesn't mean we're not playing the game, but there's a flag in the game. That is a little excerpt of what we are doing on the Jocko Underground podcast. So if you want to continue to listen, go to jockounderground.com and subscribe. And we're doing this to mitigate our reliance on external platforms, so we are not subject to their control. And we're doing it so we can give you more control, more interaction, more direct connections, better communications with us, strengthen this legion of troopers that are in the game with us. So thank you. It's jockounderground.com. It costs $8.18 a month. And if you can't afford to support us, we can still support you. Just email assistance@jockounderground.com and we'll get you taken care of. Until then, we will see you mobilized underground.